And there is the man, the myth, the legend, Rick. Rick is going to take me out and show me around out here in the beautiful California area. And we're going to just go out and talk and have a good time. And he's going to show me around. That is the man, Rick. All right. And there is the first lady.
You are the man, Chris.
Goldwing Rider, a shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who is fearless. A young loner on a crusade to champion the cause in a world of reckless automobiles. These are my motovlogs.
You got to back that up just like a regular car pulling a trailer.
Yeah, like a truck.
Yeah, like a truck. That's
Yep.
right. That's a nice looking setup. I really love it.
Thank you, Rick.
Yeah, that looks great. Escapade trailer. Yeah, I love my 2012. I'm not selling it.
You're not going to sell it?
No, I love my 2012. My favorite, of course, is my DCT, but I definitely like my 2012, so it's not going anywhere. I'm going to keep it. Besides, I have so many accessories on it over the years. It's been the Wingstuff video bike for so many years that I have to keep that one.
All right. Well, Rick, I got everything ready on my end.
All right, here you go.
And are we off to the races?
We're off to the races here.
Okay.
Watch out for the white car backing up here. All right.
Love my gold wing horn.
Yeah, it sounds good. I like that.
If anybody that's watching this video, if you need any accessories for your Honda Gold Wing, I'm going to leave a link in the description of the video of where you guys can pick up your Wingstuff products.
We certainly
Wingstuff
appreciate
products. I highly recommend Wingstuff products to anybody out there that has a Gold Wing. Man, this is absolutely gorgeous out here.
that. Yeah.
I came out here last year and I was on my DCT.
Oh, nice.
And the weather was cool last year. I'm showing 64 degrees out right now on my previous generation Gold Wing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day to ride, to be honest. This is just the right temperature. It's beautiful. It's not too warm.
Not too warm. All right.
Yeah, and last year we were supposed to hook up, and unfortunately my beautiful Uncle Frank passed away at age 94, and I wasn't able to make the meeting with you, but I'm sure appreciative that you came back out, and look forward to having a nice day here with you today, and we'll get a little video footage. It's going to be a fun day today.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear about your uncle, Rick.
Yeah.
Everything, and but I came back out, and because I really was looking forward to riding with you.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people tell me, riding with Caliente is on their bucket list.
Haha.
So riding with Rick was on my list.
Hey, there you go. Well, it's mutual. It's
Yeah.
mutual, Chris. I was looking forward to riding with you also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Getting a chance to soak in some of this Southern California weather.
Yep. Now, instead of getting on the highway here, which we could, I'm going to get on the highway over this hill because it's a real pretty scenic road here. It's La Pata,
Okay.
and it goes through the mountain here, and then we're going to get on the freeway, and we'll get to our
Okay.
area.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm following you because I have no idea where I am.
You just follow me. I'm going to take you.
I had a good ride up.
Nice.
Believe it or not, it was like 75 degrees going across the desert. And until I got to Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah, then it became hot, right?
It was so hot in Phoenix, Arizona, the devil said, I'm fixing to go back to hell.
Tell you what, you can't stay outside very long. It's really hot. I mean, really hot. So I feel you. I know the heat there, and it's a beautiful area. It's a nice city. I like Arizona, but Phoenix, boy, it could be a little over 100 degrees every single day. It's pretty hot.
Yeah, it was hot there, man. I tell
Yep.
you, coming across that desert.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. You know, one thing I didn't get a chance to do when I was here last year, Rick, I didn't get a chance to ride up there. I didn't get a chance to see the Pacific Ocean.
Oh, okay.
I didn't
All
get a
right.
chance to see it. I don't know if we'll see it today, but
Well,
we'll be here for a couple more days.
when we wrap up, yeah, and I can take you tomorrow. I can take you, show you some stuff. I can show you the beaches and everything. It's right down the street from our location.
Man, that would be great.
Yeah. Did you ever make it to the Fisherman's or to the pier yesterday, or you're just
No.
tired? No, the
I-
beaches here are really beautiful and not as crowded as when you go up north towards like Malibu and Redondo Beach and Huntington Beach.
Right.
It's a lot quieter here, and the beaches are just fabulous.
Okay.
We have actually like 4 beaches, and then there's some smaller ones that are kind of off the map. But basically, the whole city is right on the ocean, and there's nothing but beach the whole length of the city going down the coast.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And we're going to go down here. We're going to hook a left here in about 3 more miles, and we'll get onto the highway.
Okay. Sounds
And
good.
that's going to take us into our location area that we're going to ride, Santiago Canyon, which
Okay.
is absolutely beautiful. It's in Orange County.
Orange County.
Yep.
Okay. I tell you what, man, we was coming through Phoenix and it was so hot, and then we come over the mountains, and once we arrived in San Diego, actually before we got to San Diego, you can feel the weather getting cooler.
Yeah.
So it's amazing how just a few miles apart you having, temps 100 degrees, and then just a short distance away you're in the 60s and 70s.
Yep.
So it's to my understanding that the mountains was, blocks a lot of the heat
Yes.
or the cool air coming from out of California over into Phoenix.
Yeah, it's the weather here. You can't beat the weather in Southern California. It's beautiful.
Right.
It's not too hot. It's just absolutely beautiful. Wine country in Southern California. We have some beautiful, beautiful wineries, and they're all tucked in among some rolling hills, and they've done such a beautiful job on those wineries that you think you're in, like, Italy. You think you're in Tuscany. I mean, it's just beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a lot of great food. All the wineries have usually live entertainment every day.
Right.
Great restaurants, and of course, great wine. There's
Right.
a lot of great wine that comes out of here. I
Okay.
always recommend, if you're going to do that, get a ride or sign up with a wine tour, because if you're driving, I don't care if you're tasting wine. By the end of the day or the end of the night, you're going to be feeling pretty good. You're not going to want to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made this cut through over the last 10 years, and this actually leads right to our building, but also it leads to Ortega Highway.
Okay.
This road that we're going to be approaching here, we're going to be turning left. If we were to turn right, that takes you into Ortega, and it goes through the mountains, and we've done a lot of videos in those mountains, and it's absolutely beautiful.
Oh, okay.
And that takes you into Riverside County through Lake Elsinore, and it's got some great views at the top of the mountain along that road. And if you follow it in, there's a lot of farms and citrus farms and avocado farms, and it's just phenomenal. That could be a video all by itself because of
Okay.
the beautiful views that way.
Okay.
But we're going to be going to a different place today.
Okay. Sounds
So-
good.
So we're going to be turning left down here.
All right. Rick, how you liking that DCT?
I love the DCT.
Love it.
Yep. My guys talked me into this. I was originally going to buy the 6-speed,
Right.
and I had heard about the DCT. I've ridden DCT before on some of the other Honda motorcycle models,
Right.
but it was the latest and greatest for the Goldwing, and first time they ever had DCT on a Goldwing. So my guys are like, why don't you get the DCT? And I said, well, but I like to shift. I know the DCT is going to be awesome, but okay, I'll get the DCT. And it turned out to be a great decision, because I love the 6-speed also, but I would never go back. I love this bike. All you do is hit the gray button once, and you're using the paddle shifters, and the bike does not shift itself. And I love that about this, especially if I'm on a a mountain road or I'm riding a little on the aggressive side, I take it out of automatic and I'm in control of the shifting with the paddles. And I just love the DCT. You know, it just shifts so smoothly.
Right.
Just love it.
Yeah, yeah. You know, to be honest, I wanted to ride my DCT, but the first lady, she prefers the bigger wing and
Yep.
having.
Yeah, the older 1800. I mean, that's a comfortable bike. Like I said, I don't want to sell my 2012.
Right.
And it's a beautiful bike. Of course, if you're talking about handling, this bike is 100. Well, it's actually 90 pounds lighter than the old 1800, and
it handles.
And just the ergonomics. I mean, it's just a better handling bike. It feels so much lighter. You can flick it around. I love the front suspension. You know, the bike is just, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's just phenomenal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, you can't compare the older 1800 with this bike as far as handling. This bike out-handles the old bike, you know, night and day.
Yep.
However, the old bike handles real well, and it's really comfortable. It's a little heavier, and, yeah, I can understand that she really likes the feel of it because it's very, very comfortable. This one's comfortable as well, but that old bike, it's like driving an old Cadillac, isn't it?
Old Fleetwood Cadillac, man.
Yep.
El Dorado.
Yep.
You know, I got
when you hit some bumps, that the Cadillac is swaying a little bit, but boy, talk about comfortable, right?
Yeah, my buddy up in Virginia, he called it the L Dog.
There you go.
Short
there
for
you
El
go.
Dorado.
And actually, the 1500, I'd have to say the same thing about. You know, that's a great handling bike too, and it's very comfortable.
Now, I've heard from 1500 Goldwing owners saying that was the best Goldwing that Honda ever made was the 1500. That SC.
Yeah, that's a great bike. I mean, I had a few of them, and I have to say it was a wonderful bike.
Okay.
It was so comfortable. But again, you know, the old style 1800 handles far better than the 15, but that 15, it handles good for the time it was out, and also, you know, it's comfortable. Like I said, back to the Cadillac. I mean, you know, that 1500 is really comfortable.
Right. Now this road we're on now, this is Otago Highway?
This is Ortega, but we're heading away from the mountain. We're not going into the mountain. If we were to go the other way, if we would have taken a right from La Plata, that would have taken us into the mountain.
Oh, okay.
And it was scenic, and it was beautiful, and it would have blown your mind.
Okay.
But we're going to head to the highway, so we're actually going towards the highway going left here.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good.
But this is Ortega Highway, but this is the city portion of it, and we're going through the city of San Juan Capistrano.
Okay.
And that's what this is. You know, San Juan is known for the swallows. Every year they come and go. You know, they go down to Mexico, and they migrate down into Mexico, and they build nests up here. They have these little mud nests. You can see them under the eaves of a lot of houses. As a matter of fact, there's a famous mission here, church, in San Juan that is a tourist attraction, and it was built like when they first discovered this area, and you know, it became an official city in California. Right. We're going to start going to the right just to get into the right lanes.
Okay, you want that right lane? Okay.
Yeah, and we're going to go across one more so that we don't have to do this later. And we're going to be getting on. We're going to be getting on the freeway up here. We're going to be going the 5 freeway north.
Right.
Towards Los Angeles, but not to Los Angeles. We're going to be getting off way before that.
Right. Okay.
So basically where we're at here, when we get on the 5 freeway, if we were to continue north in about 45 minutes or so, we would be hitting the city of like Irvine, Fountain Valley, Huntington Beach, which is a famous beach city.
Okay.
And, of course, eventually Los Angeles. Los Angeles is about an hour and a half from here if you were to go north on the 5 freeway.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to fly the First Lady out of...
LAX.
Yeah, Sena. That would be...
Sena. Now, that's John Wayne Airport.
Right.
It's known as Santa Ana Airport, although it's not in Santa Ana. It's located in Irvine, but that's the airport code SNA, and it's a wonderful airport. Small. All the big jets go in, but it's just a small, nice airport that you can get around. It's very modern, and
Right.
if I can ever fly out of there, I always use that over LAX. But if you're taking any international flights, you need LAX.
Right.
And also, if you want to take direct flights, not as many directs out of SNA, John Wayne Airport, because it's a smaller airport. You can get directs to Texas, places like that, but
Right.
but it's just a great airport. It's just very modern, and I like small airports. It's not tiny, but it's nowhere near as big as LAX.
Right. Yeah, I was, matter of fact, I checked with American Airlines, and they said that they didn't have any direct flights coming out of LAX or SNA. So
Interesting.
So I just went on and said, hey, we'll just fly you out of SNA.
Yeah, SNA is a great airport. You'll love it.
Yep.
Really easy to get in and out.
Yep.
LAX, oh boy.
Yeah, that's a
Not only do you have to worry about traffic getting to the airport, but once you're in the airport, that's another traffic situation. We're going to turn right here.
Okay.
Yeah, I've actually made it to LAX for international flights, and it took me over a half hour just to get to my terminal.
Wow.
Once I entered the airport. I mean, it's really busy.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to fly her out of there.
Yeah, I always recommend try to avoid LAX unless you have to. But if you want direct flights or, good flights, most of the good flights come out of LAX.
Right, yep. Matter of fact, the first time I'd ever came to California,
Oh, okay.
the first lady and I went to Hawaii.
Yep.
And we flew into LAX. We had a connecting flight from Memphis to LAX to Hawaii.
Yep.
That was the first time I'd ever been here. The second time was last year when I rode my DCT down.
Yep.
And I flew the first lady into SNA, or St. John.
Yep.
I mean John Wayne.
John Wayne,
John
yep.
Wayne. And then since I'm going to fly her, I flew her in this year into Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
Into, I think it's Sky Harbor.
Yep.
Out in Phoenix. And then I'm going to fly her out of John Wayne. I was originally going to fly her out of Las Vegas, but we decided to just fly her out of here.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And when we get to our destination, there's not going to be as much noise because we're on the highway right now.
Right. Yeah, we definitely get the noise highway. This is a five.
This is the 5 freeway, yep.
5 freeway, okay.
This is the main freeway, and it goes all the way from the Mexican border all the way up to Los Angeles, and it continues all the way to Northern California. You could go all the way to the top into Oregon, Washington State. This goes all the way up.
Okay.
It goes the whole length of the state.
Okay. And I see North Long Beach exit. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna stay left. We're not gonna go on the 73.
Right. Okay.
We're gonna go over one more lane.
All right, I wonder what the high's supposed to be today on the temperature.
I would guess right now, let's see, it says 67 is the air temperature that I'm seeing right now.
Okay.
I would say the high today is going to be around 75 because it's overcast, and I'm okay with it being overcast. It's really nice to ride. It'll be in the 70s today, not high 70s, but mid 70s.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm showing 66 on mine, so we're right there together.
We don't get hot weather here too much. I mean, it's usually in the 80s, but not 90s. It's usually 80s all the time, every day. And in the wintertime, it's still in the 80s, but it could be in the 70s, sometimes in the 60s. That's really the temperature here. One thing about California, we have like a desert climate, so that at night, it could be 80s during the day, but at night it'll go down in the 50s.
Okay.
Whereas when you're back east, of course, if it's 80 during the day, it's like, almost 80 at night.
Right. Yeah, it got cool out here at nighttime. I noticed that.
Yeah, it's cool at night. It's always cool at night. And we don't have hardly any mosquitoes at all.
Right.
Because it's dry. It's not humid here.
Well, don't come to Memphis and Arkansas if you don't like mosquitoes.
Oh, man, I know all about it. I grew up in Rhode Island, and, if you're out at night, as soon as the sun goes down, you're just getting hit with mosquitoes everywhere. I don't miss that part. I love Rhode Island, and I love a lot of places back east, but I definitely don't like the mosquito.
Right. So it's good that you guys don't have a bunch of
Yeah, we don't have many mosquitoes here. It's it's dry, so all these states, Arizona, Nevada, California, you just don't have many mosquitoes at all.
Right.
I'll be honest, I can't remember when I got bit by a mosquito. I mean, they're almost non-existent here.
They stopping up here.
This is a nice day. Normally it's a little warmer, but we got some overcast going here.
It feels pretty good, actually. I got my heated seat and my heated grips on.
Nice.
And that helps.
That's great.
It's not cold. It's just a little bit cool. But
yeah, it's just cool. It's perfect driving weather. Like I said, my outside air temperature, according to my dashboard here, is 67, which is perfect.
Right. It's a good cool.
I went back east a few years back, and I did Tail of the Dragon. We actually did a nice video on Tail of the Dragon.
Right.
And it was cold, I'll tell you. It wasn't snow, but it was cold and crisp. It was really... I had a dress real warm. I had a lot of layers on. I think the temps got down low 40s, and with the wind chill, it was a little on the cold side. But there's some beautiful riding back there, the Blue Ridge Mountains and Tail of the Dragon. I enjoyed that, and I went saw the Tree of Shame where everybody hangs the parts.
Yes.
That they broke when they went down on their bike. It's amazing so many people fall down there. I think they don't realize how technical the road is.
Right.
And they get going a little too aggressive, and then by the time they figure out how technical it is, they've made some major mistakes. So anybody that goes on that road, I highly recommend they do a trial run first. Either that or keep your speed down, because there's a lot of hairpin turns that are up, down, and like almost like U-turn in design. And it's I love the road, but it's not a road for beginners.
Yeah. Matter of fact, the guys that I rode down here with, they went to the Deals Gap or Tail of the Dragon before they came to pick me up in Memphis, and they was telling me some guy went off the mountain while they was there.
Oh my word!
But he made it, but they said his bike didn't.
Yeah, the problem is too, if you go down on that road, it takes a while for paramedics to get to you.
Right.
There's because it's really rural. It's out in the country, and there's really no services like that. So I mean, if somebody went down, it could take almost an hour for medical to reach you.
Yeah, you gotta.
Okay, we got some traffic on the ramp here.
Rick, my DCT spoiled me so much. Sometimes I forget to put this bike in gear. Like when I come to a stop.
Yeah, I know.
I forget to put it in gear, and then when it's time to pull off, my engine is bogged down because I didn't put it in the lower gear.
Yeah, I was doing that when I first got this too.
Yeah.
You get used to this, and then you go back to the shift version. I got a bee that wants to say hi.
I saw that.
Yeah, I'm in automatic right now, but when we get up the road here, I'll put it in manual.
Manual mode, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I enjoy manual more. I love my DCT. I really do.
Man, you have a beautiful bike. Thank
you.
Very nice.
And like I said, I usually I haul it to all these different destinations. I would like to just ride it across the country when I do some of these videos, but I have a lot of business stuff to do when I'm on the road.
Right.
And it's just a lot easier to be in the motorhome. It's like you're in your house going down the road, got my Goldwing in the back. It's a nice setup.
Right, yep.
You don't miss a beat.
That's a nice car.
Like I said, I ride this right up inside of it. So I got it set up really nice. Matter of fact, I can put both Goldwings in the back. I got it set up that I ride both of them in, and they fit perfectly.
Okay. Yeah, I have an enclosed trailer. I pull mine every now and then.
Uh-huh.
I prefer to ride it, but when you haul it, one of the advantages of that is you keep your miles low, which is good.
Yep.
And if your bike is clean when you get to your destination, you don't have to worry about washing it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Because I came through some torrential rain on the way down here, and man, my bike was filthy nasty.
Yeah, it does, especially when you're riding
Yeah.
on a trip like that.
Yeah. It was filthy McNasty.
You know, one of the cool accessories I like on my bike, I have the Gold Strike wireless charger.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that thing works really well. You just pop your phone in there. Not only can you see your phone, but it charges it while you ride.
Yeah.
I remember driving one time. I was on my motorcycle, and the people in front of me, right? And then all of a sudden, somebody throws an empty soda. Soda, you know, it was like a big gulp or something.
Right.
Just threw it right out the window, straw in it. I guess they finished their drink and just tossed it right into the street, right out the window. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Man. People, man, don't care now.
Shame on you. Yeah. Not too many people do that here, by the way. As you can see, it's very clean here.
It really is.
Yeah.
I was looking at some of the trees, just trying to identify some of the trees.
Yeah, there's a lot of different trees here. We got,
of
course, a lot of palm trees, but a lot of flowers. You know, because our climate year-round is nice, and it's sunny. So, I mean, everything grows here. Everything. You can smell the flowers. Do you smell them?
Yeah.
Yep.
I can.
Nice, clean air, and you got a little bit of that flower smell, lavender, and it's nice. Okay, now it's going to start getting scenic.
Okay.
We're just beginning in that area now.
All right.
Yeah, I aired up my tires. Of course, I like to remind everybody whenever you ride your motorcycle, you should definitely double-check your tire pressure and check your tires, even the rear. The rear is the problem on these bikes. People are lazy because it's not easy to see.
Right.
And they got to lie on their back and really take a look at that tire once in a while. And I do it like every few weeks. I'm always doing it.
Yeah. That's one thing I love about the Phobos. It at least gives me an opportunity to check my tire pressure.
Yep.
Without even having to put a tire gauge on the valve stem.
I agree.
And
they work really well.
I actually picked up my Phobos from Wingstuff.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, we like that product. We sell a lot of Phobos.
Yeah, I'll include a link, in the description of the video.
Ah, that'd be great. Yeah.
Where they can actually pick up the Phobos.
That's an item that I encourage people to get because, you need to know your tire pressure all the time. And the Phobos work great. Just put the app on your phone. You always know what the tire pressure is. And with me, I have the mount on my handlebar so I can monitor it. And if you got a flat tire, it alerts you. It tells you.
Yep. I got 41 in my front, and I got 48 in my rear.
I actually prefer it over the factory one that comes on the bike.
Yes. I have them on the new bike along with the OEM monitoring.
Nice.
So it really comes in handy. I love them so much, Rick, that I even have them on my trailer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, we sell all of those. We have the whole kit that you can put your motorcycle and your trailer. It's a set of 4.
Yep. Showing about 33 pounds on my rear. And the thing I like about the Phobos is that it'll show you how much voltage you have in the battery.
Yep.
It'll show you your tire pressure, and it also shows you the tire temperature.
Yes, that's right.
And if you lose tire pressure, it'll alert your phone.
Yeah, people don't realize that, if you're riding and your tires heat up, especially in hot weather, it's going to increase the air pressure in your tire.
Yes, sure is.
Yeah.
And I mentioned in my last video that I actually posted on my channel, I talked about tires is one of the most important things.
Most important thing on your motorcycle.
Yeah.
That's what's between the cement and you.
Yep. And that can put you down faster than anything else is bad tires. So tire pressure, good tires,
yep.
Good tread is very important.
Oh, extremely. And it's something that some people don't even pay attention to. They're more interested in bling and lights, and it's like, listen, pay attention to your tires.
Yep.
Make sure you check the pressure all the time on those, and look at the thread and check for bubbles or check for
cuts,
anything, cracks. If a tire's old, get rid of it.
Dry rotting,
Yeah.
Check. Yeah. You're right about that.
Yep. And the rear, like I said, people have been lazy because you got to get up underneath the bike to look, but put it on the center stand and roll that thing and make sure there's no problems in that rear tire.
Yep.
That's the one that goes undetected. Everybody looks at their front tire, and they ignore the back because it's too hard to look at.
Yep.
This lane's going to merge into the left lane.
And if you need tires for your Gold Wing, you can actually pick those up at Wingstuff.
There you go.
Yeah, Wingstuff.
We have everything.
Everything you need for your Gold Wing. I'm telling you, Wingstuff.
That's actually our motto. Everything for your wing.
Yep. And to be honest with you, when I first got into riding the Gold Wing, I got online. I started looking for, accessories.
Yep.
For my Gold Wing. Wingstuff came up, and I started buying so many things from Wingstuff for my Gold Wing. So I highly recommend, if anybody got a Gold Wing, if you're new to riding, maybe you just went out and bought a Gold Wing, or if you're looking for a website to pick up your Gold Strike accessories, wingstuff.com.
There you
Wingstuff.com. I bought so
Wow,
much. Just everything you need for your wing, you can pretty much get it at Wingstuff.
Yeah, we live and breathe Gold Wings at Wingstuff, and I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for that. And, we love everybody. I mean, that's what we're here for. We're here to help everyone. And, I started this company with that same mindset. I didn't do it for business reasons. I did it because I love Gold Wings, and I've been working in the motorcycle business since I was 16 years old in high school. And I ended up getting a job at the Honda dealership that I bought my first bike from, a little XR75.
Okay.
When I was 14 years old, and I had no idea that later on, 2 years later, I was going to get a job in that parts department, and I spent 11 years in Rhode Island at that Honda dealership, and I learned a lot.
Okay.
And it was a family-owned dealership. It was called Honda Performance Center in East Providence, Rhode Island, and it's no longer there, but we were the only Honda motorcycle dealership that was also a franchise Lamborghini dealer.
Oh, okay.
Yep, we're going to go to the left here.
All right.
Yeah, believe it or not, the owner of the store, he was like a dad to me. Since I started with him, he was always like a dad to me, and now he's my best friend. We talk all the time, even nowadays. I talked to him just a few days ago. He was into cars, and he was the service manager at that dealership before he bought it. The owner retired, and he bought the dealership and stayed, and you would always find him in the service department. That's what he loved to do.
Oh, okay.
He was one of the greatest techs for motorcycles and cars, and he was always working on exotic cars, Lamborghinis, Maseratis, Ferraris, and one thing led to another, and he ended up becoming a franchise Lamborghini dealer. So we had our dealership separated. One side was Lamborghini and the other side was Honda motorcycles, and that's never been recreated in the history of mankind ever since that.
Wow. Okay.
And those cars used to draw a lot of people in to buy motorcycles because people used to come from Boston and all different areas just to look at the Lamborghinis. Before you know it, they're sitting down buying a motorcycle.
A one-stop shop.
Yeah, those were some great days. And, that's where I really got into Gold Wings, by the way. We were building race engines for motorcycle road racers, but at the same time, we were big in Gold Wings, and I was in charge of that. And I was real young at the time. The GL1000, as you know, came out in 1975, and I started working there in 76. So I started with the 1000, and I'd be out there in the parking lot putting little chrome accessories on these bikes, dressing them up. I'd bring my tools, and I learned how to do all that stuff. And then years later, of course, it emerged into the 1100 with the fairing and the 1200. Yeah, that's where it all started.